All right. Welcome to a very special Filthy Casual MLB playoff watch party. I am Dr. Evil Genius, and we are here for a live stream that I wish we did not have to, that we just didn't have to do. As we all know, the New York Mets failed to lock up the division, and here we are. We're here in the wild card round, and it is what it is. And I will be, agonizing over, every pitch because, it's win or go home at this point. So the Major League Baseball has changed the playoff format. Before it was one game to win or lose. Now it's a wild card series, and it's a best of three. So the seed that is higher gets all three games at their home field. And so, this is where we are. It's game one. I just really wish the Mets weren't playing this game. I just wish that the Mets weren't playing this game. So thanks for coming through, and we hope that you guys will watch with us. If you are a Padres fan, I apologize. This is very much not going to be an even stream. As you see, it's all New York Mets here, baby. So I'm hoping that we get some Padres fans in here, but more importantly, I'm hoping that we get some of that New York Mets family. That would be really cool if they would like to join up and commiserate with us. So I'm not particularly happy that the Mets have to play this. I cannot fake it. But at least they're in the playoffs, right? At least they're in the playoffs. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of mental gymnastics. I know. All right. So Mrs. Evil would like me to smile so that they can make the world's greatest thumbnail. However, I'm not happy to be here. I'm just not. The Mets should not have to play this game, but I don't know. It's just very difficult for me. It's just very difficult for me to be excited. But I am very nervous. That I am. I'm very, very nervous. But maybe the smile will come if they're leading 11-0 in the top of the fourth inning. David Banner, as always, the hater. Let's go Padres. Banner, aren't you like wait, it's Bruce. He's the Toronto Blue Jays fan. We got David Banner hating on Dr. Evil's team. How you doing tonight, David Banner? One thing of note that I'm a little bit nervous about. Starling Marte was hit on the hand by a pitch. Yes, to make the Mets set and smash the major league record for the most times being hit by pitches from the opposing pitcher. Not a great record. Um, yeah, just not great. Um, but he took one of these pitches off the hand, broke his finger. Tonight, he's come back to the lineup, did not play the rest of the regular season, and then shows up in a very high leverage situation. And I'm not very confident. His glove is great runner, the whole nine, right? But swinging the bat off a broken finger, I don't know. David Banner is a Red Sox fan, like Captain Paul. Captain Paul will not be joining us tonight. He had other things that he needed to take care of. But yeah, another Boston Red Sox fan in the community. No? It's all good, I guess. But, for you, the viewers that would be turning on ESPN or wherever you're finding the wild card tonight, I want to thank you for joining us tonight for this wild card game. I've already predicted that the Padres are going to win this series, but I'm still going to ride for my team anyway. So I love my team, but I'm not the delusional type of fanatic. I am the type of fan that recognizes what I see on the field and I assess what I see. So the Cardinals were up 2-0, allowed 6 runs in the 9th inning to lose the game. God damn. So Jurickson Profar steps to the plate here to begin the top of the first inning against Max Scherzer, who is our game 1 starter, going up against Yu Darvish. And he swings at the first pitch, and it is going to fall in the no man's land for a base hit. Texas leader single, like the very first pitch, 1 on, nobody out. So he hit that right off the end of the bat too. So lucky that didn't go further because he was right on that pitch. So again, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of hope that we are going to win more than 1 game in this series, but I'm going to hope against hope. They have Juan Soto batting second. Yeah, I mean, dude, we ended up with the same record with the team that we blew the division lead to. We just needed to win 1 game against the Cubs or 1 game against the Braves. And, we're probably ignoring these games and not watching them. So, yeah, it's frustrating. Whoa. That is a dangerous pitch to throw to somebody the likes of Juan Soto. Scherzer just threw a low and in fastball to a left-handed hitter with Soto's power. And that's strike three. Oh, come on, man. That's at the knees. That's a strike. Oh, man. If he goes deep after all of that, because that was strike three. That was a perfect breaking ball at the knees in the middle of the zone. And he swung. That bitch swung. Go sit down. If the Mets won one more game, it would be the second seed, not the fourth seed. It's so frustrating. Oh, that was dangerous. Machado at the plate. Mm-mm-mm. This is evil. I set up my background with all the Mets bobbleheads and all of that. So we'll be seeing her at some point. Maybe she'll even wear one of her. I think she only has one Met shirt. So maybe we'll see her here tonight. I would love for Machado right here to hit a ground ball to short because we know he's not going to run it out. But I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him hit a ground ball to shortstop, get this double play, because I think that it's really important to keep the pitch count down. David Banner says Dodgers are taking this year, and the rotation's really good. Yeah, the Dodgers are my pick to win the World Series. I just see them versus the Braves in the NLCS, and I really don't think that any of the American League teams. I don't think any of the American League teams can compete with the Dodgers. Now, Marte has this. Marte has this finger covering on his throwing hand. This just can't. This can't end well. Josh Bell at the plate. 1 on, 2 out. Top of the first. No score yet. Revile is here. Yep. Lutch is gonna go, live most nights. Shout out to him. The Indian Jesus. Wow. The release point on his slider is not good right now. Talking about Scherzer. 2-0 to a power hitter in Josh Bell. Josh Bell was hitting for a very high batting average, and he kind of came down a little bit. Low, 3-0. Might as well just fucking walk him. Walk him. Pitch to Cronenworth. Scherzer is not nearly as sharp as he was against Soto. Oh, strike on the outside corner, 3-1. 3-1. I probably go to a breaking ball off the plate. You can't. Wow. All right. So Josh Bell, when he was with the Nationals, was batting 301. He's batting under 200 as a Padre. But, yep. And it's a home run. And that's why I said, do not pitch to Josh Bell. I said, just fucking walk him. That's what I said. I do believe that's what I said. I did say. And then he throws a fastball in the middle of the plate on 3-1. I just said 3-0, walk him, pitch to Cronenworth. Now he throws the breaking ball. I mean, I thought it was clear. 3-0 to Josh Bell, who's murdered the Mets as a member of the Nationals. You go 3-0, you throw a breaking ball, and if it misses, it misses. Nope, throw a fastball down the middle to a fastball hitter in a fastball count. Yeah, that works. 2-0 Padres. I want to thank, per usual. Well, that's a strike. That's definitely a strike. But, you didn't get the call. You throw a 3-1 fastball down the fucking middle. Why? I don't understand it. I mean, how angry can I be? I already picked the Padres to win the series. Let's see what the New York Mets offense is going to do. You know, some people thought that the New York Mets offense would wake up, but, you know, they scored a bunch of runs against a shitty Nationals team who just really wanted to go home. And, you know, but sometimes it's good to see the ball go off your bat and not in someone's glove. So my hope is that, whatever benefit, they think they're going to get from, them, basically just running roughshod over the Nationals for 3 games at the end of the season when the division was already lost. But now they put a whole bunch of pressure on themselves because they give up 2 runs right at the top of the first inning. And now, they're facing a pitcher that they don't hit very well. In 2 starts against them, they have a total of 6 hits. This ump has a Padres jersey on, folks. This ump has a Padres jersey on. Ball clearly below the knees. He's calling it a strike. Scherzer had 2 pitches that were in the strike zone. He called balls. And the first pitch that Yu Darvish throws outside the strike zone, clearly outside the strike zone, the first pitch, he calls it a strike. I cannot wait to see the ump scorecard Twitter page tomorrow. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see that fucking scorecard. All right, so we got Lindor batting second after the ground out from Nimmo. Calling that first strike, that first ball a strike, fucked up the whole of that. Lindor pointed to his back foot, but it was hard to tell if he got hit by the pitch. Yeah, it hit his toe. Yeah, he pointed to it. Yeah, it hit his toe. So Lindor gets on base the same way a lot of the Mets have got on base with a hit by pitch. So we got 1 on, 1 out with the MLB leader in hitting before McNeil at the plate. The first thing Lindor does is steal second base, and what a jump he got! He had no chance. So there's got to be something that they're seeing in Yu Darvish, his delivery, because Lindor, for as fast as he is, only had 16 stolen bases in the regular season. So for him to be running on the first pitch, that's something. 2-0. All right. 2-0, 1 out, 1 runner in scoring position, and the MLB contact leader extraordinaire in Jeff McNeil. Derpy Gaming says, the Mets being the Mets to start it off, still hoping for a Guardians versus Mets World Series. It would be crazy if it took a name change for Cleveland to get into the World Series. I still see them as the Indians, but I get it. But yeah, absolutely true. Absolutely true. So 2-0 to McNeil. Runner on second in Lindor. Laced and is a base hit. Let's get that run back. No run. Come on. A base hit to the outfield. Runners on the corners. Yeah, it's got to be either the catcher that's the problem, but remember that Yu Darvish does have a little bit of a hitch in his delivery. So now we've got runners on first and third, 1 out, which means that I, the cynic that I am, I'm expecting a ground ball double play here to end the inning because that's what I've been watching all year. Let's see. Alonso just cranks one foul off the rich people seats. Oh man, that was crushed. I mean, it wasn't that close, but it was crushed. But it went foul. He pulled the shit out of that. Yeah, that wasn't close. But that was crushed. That's a long strike, folks. That's a long strike. The Phillies scored 6 in the 9th on the St. Louis Cardinals. Wow. Alonso was trying to hit that to another dimension somewhere. But Yu Darvish took a little something off. At this point, I would rather Alonso strike out than hit it on the ground. Derpy seems to think that if you give him something, it's going to be over. I don't know. I've seen, it's 0-2, so I'm expecting Darvish to throw a slider down and away. I've been watching Alonso. He hits into a lot of double plays. Yeah. And he's not the fastest runner. Obviously, he's a big guy. I would love it if, McNeil stole second to take away the double play. That's strike 3. He looked at strike 3. Yeah. I was expecting a slider off the plate, but he threw a cutter instead. Yep, frozen. Go sit down, Pete. Yep, it was a cutter. There's a cutter with a little bit of down action. The cutter did not, the cutter is supposed to kind of break away. If it's a right-handed pitcher, if it's a right-handed pitcher to a right-handed hitter, the cutter is supposed to break away from the hitter a little bit. It broke down. Yeah, Vogelbach, he's got a good understanding of the strike zone, but he's prone to going cold, as his batting average would suggest. So 2 out, runners on first and third. And, the Mets have left so many runners on first base since the start of September. I mean, we're in October now, but, the trend for their offense hasn't been very good. Takes another strike. So Vogelbach, I call him Vogelfat, but Vogelbach is quickly in an 0-2 hole. But he's pretty, even though his batting average is low, he's a pretty decent contact guy. Oh, he shot that one foul. I'm mad you brought this up. Thanks for Jimenez and Rosario. I met Rosario. We thought he was going to be our shortstop of the future. And I think we moved him over. Did we move him over to second base? I think we moved him over to second. And then Jimenez, we thought he might be. But then, Lindor became available, popped up. Yeah, this popped up. That carried a little bit. There's a Vogelbach looking motherfucking everywhere else in America. True that. Lindor was not very good for us last year. He was not very good for us at the start of this year. And, he's kind of disappeared in some big spots, but he's hit some really big home runs at other times too. So, I think that Lindor is warming up to being the face of an organization in New York. As most people understand, New York is not for everybody. So, it is what it is. Now, I think the Mets will have that situation come back to haunt them because they failed to score. They failed to score with a runner in scoring position. Now, I understand that, the base hit was in front of Juan Soto, but I don't care what anybody tells you. The New York Mets offense is an anemic one. I'm not sure what you mean about him being a sellout, but I will tell you that Lindor did not sign with the New York Mets. He was traded to the New York Mets. And then after he was traded, he signed an extension. So I'm not sure what you mean about him being a sellout, but I'm all ears. I'm willing to listen to I don't mind listening to your reasoning. All right, let's see if Scherzer will throw some more strikes that don't get called until he ends up giving up a massive home run on a pitch he should not have thrown. And it's sad, right? I'm not a professional baseball player. That was my dream growing up, but that was not my path in life. But I think that everybody watching the game knew that throwing a fastball in the middle of the plate to Josh Bell on a 3-1 count is not the right move to make. Okay. Anyone that goes to New York, regardless of what side of town of either team from New York, you're a sellout for being paid that much. But again, Derpy, you do know that 2 New York Mets went to Cleveland because Lindor was traded. If Lindor came here as a free agent and you guys ended up not getting Ahmed Rosario, you guys ended up not getting Andres Jimenez, then I can kind of see where you're coming from. But your team sent him to our team. So, I mean, maybe it's something that you need so that you can rationalize him not being on your team anymore. But again, Lindor didn't arrive here as a free agent. In fact, I believe this year is the first year of the contract that he signed. So I'm not really sure how that applies in this case. Now, I think that a lot of players go where the money is. I mean, you're looking at right now, you're looking at a Padres team that very much has, bought some players. They paid, Manny Machado a crazy amount of money. They paid the cheating guy. What was his name? Fernando Tatis Jr. They gave him the $340 million contract. He cheated. The Padres have no problems, with that. Wow. Kim was late on that swing. Wow. And he chased it. Chased the slider. 2 outs. Yeah, so, I'm not going to pretend to be, the guy that knows baseball better than the players. But a 3-1 fastball down the middle to Josh Bell. Yeah, Scherzer is definitely very inconsistent with his release point on his pitches today. He's missed high and way off the plate with a slider in the first inning and now a curveball here in the second inning. And I'm wondering if he's just not feeling good physically. But even with that, a 3-1 fastball down the middle to a left-handed power hitter, and then he just got crushed again. Wow, he got crushed again. And Grisham, who has a 184 batting average, takes Max Scherzer deep. Wow. 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 And they're giving up home runs to hitters that can't hit, that have not been able to hit the second half of the season. I knew the ball was gone off the bat. That's another strike not called. But you're not going to see the high strike really be given. You're not going to see the high strike be given. But it's nice that they gave up, that Scherzer gives up a home run to a hitter batting 184. One thing I am loving is Eduardo Escobar at third base. His defense has been really, really good. Like, really good. Yep. The Mets are giving up home runs to hitters that don't hit home runs. Mets giving up home runs to hitters that have not hit the second half of the season. Oh, yeah. You took a big rip, all right. Yep. 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 That's what it is, folks. That's what it is. You Darvish back for the bottom of the second inning. It's very frustrating. And Marte gets one through. So even though he has the issue with the finger, he can. I guess he's able to swing the bat. But I'm wondering, what will happen if he needs to field the baseball. Of course, with Scherzer on the mound giving up home runs, we're not really worried too much about that. But all right, one on, nobody out. Yeah, Marte is not taking much of a lead. All right, 0-1 to Marcana. Marcana. His wife wouldn't like to hear me say that. Mariners over the Blue Jays. And that's a stolen base on a ball in the dirt. All right, so we got a runner in scoring position, nobody out. Let's see what we can do with this right here. So, some of these Mets runners, it looks like they're going to be able to do something on the base paths here in the playoffs. Yeah. That was the same fucking pitch that Scherzer threw to Soto. The same pitch. He calls it a strike for Darvish, but it's a ball for Scherzer. Same fucking pitch in the same spot. Canna has not seen a four-seam fastball in this count yet. Cutter, 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 slider. The support that we get on Facebook, thank you for dropping the like on our stream. I do appreciate it. Wow, that was Canna's pitch right there. It was on the outer half of the plate, but that's right there for Canna. That's right there, and he fouls it back. It looked like he was a little late on it too, but obviously with two strikes, you're looking to protect. But wow, that was a pitch. I don't think he's going to get a pitch that good for the rest of this at bat. One out, runner on second. So the fly ball down the line did not advance the runner. I don't love that too much. Strike. Yeah, he's got a downward action to his cutter. It's more like a sinker. It's more like a sinking fastball more than it is a cutter. Woo! You almost threw that to the backstop. Believe me, there's no comedian here to call you out on your. But Yu Darvish has been doing this to the Mets the whole year. I mean, Yu Darvish always has success against the Mets. Always. I don't expect anything really different. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't just watch the Mets games. You know, I'm a season ticket holder. I go to a lot of games now. I get to see it up close for a lot of money. We're going to welcome Mrs. Evil here. 3-1 to Eduardo Escobar, who was hot, the only hot Mets hitter down the stretch, really. And that's a strike and stole third base. Marte comes back to the lineup, steals 2 bases immediately. So now we have runner on third, 1 out, full count to Eduardo Escobar. And he swings over the cutter. For strike 3. So 2 out. 2 out, nobody on.
Yay, sports team.
How you doing, Miss Evil?
That's one of the other missions that I need. One of those t-shirts. Yay, sports team. Except we can put it in Met stores. But I'm good. Actually, I'm ready to go to bed like now.
Yeah, I'm probably going to eat. Ooh, can you hook me up with some of the new stimulant that we bought today?
You want it in? You want it in one of these water bottles or just a regular cup?
This water bottle is fine, I guess. Oh yeah, we have a new.
Are you going to display it?
No, but you can use it if you want.
No, it's a regular funnel. I thought you were going to show it to the viewers. He has this cute little funnel now, and it has a Batman logo on it for him. It's so cute.
No, I'm not a DC guy. The black jerseys are clean compared to how crusty the orange ones are. The Mets don't have orange jerseys, and Nito pops it up.
Look at how adorable this is.
And it's out of play.
It's a little funnel.
It's for like supplements, powdered supplements.
Yep, put the powder. But this one's not going to fit the regular water bottle. I guess if you had a bigger bottle.
Wait, how do you know?
It would fit. I think that's too big.
Right there.
Oh, okay. Maybe not too big.
The top is
but it's so cute.
You're
it's in here. They got me. They really got me.
Yep, they did.
Right at the register, and I was, it was an impulse. If this had some other logo, I would have ignored the shit out of it. But no.
Popped up. All right, we're gonna get this run home. We're gonna get this run home. Oh wait, we don't get this run home because it was with 2 outs.
Yay, sports team. Okay, let me give you
So Mets are getting runners on. The Padres is like, forget all of that. We're just gonna hit home runs. So we don't really care anything about, going station to station. I mean, we'll take a base runner if you give it to us. but you know, we're not here to manufacture runs. Was he? I thought it was. Oh no, just one. Oh, that's great. Oh my God, it's got beta alanine in it. I just hope that it's not the kind of beta alanine that, for all you weightlifters out there, beta alanine feels like shit. Yeah, just one scoop.
Okay.
Or maybe a half a scoop is fine too. That should work. A half a scoop should work. But the Mets don't really usually wear orange jerseys. It's weird that you would remember just that. I would fuck with orange jersey. I definitely would. I definitely would fuck with an orange jersey. I'd buy one. Very frustrating game to watch. But again, this is the Mets that I'm used to watching. Scherzer's velocity is definitely down. Oh, you filled the whole thing up. Probably should have let you know, but I fucked up. Yep. He reached for that one. Barely got profile there. So yeah, so second time through the order, obviously, you know, you wanted to see him in the third going through the bottom of the order, but he allowed 3 runs. That was just a terrible pitch. And another bad pitch to hitters that have not hit all season long. Well, Bell hit the first half of the year, but when he got traded at the trading deadline, he stopped hitting. Oh, you gave him a strike that he threw. Okay. Good job, umpire.
It's a really weird stance.
Soto?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's not
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I think a little bit. Whoa.
But I mean, just looking at the way everything is positioned, it doesn't look like he'd have an advantage to swing the bat properly at all.
Yeah, but he's one of the best hitters in the game.
Right.
Like one of the very best in the game. Like he might be signing for over $400 million when he's a free agent. You see, he changed his stance a little bit too, right? So I think he has a different stance for when he's looking for something to turn on. But now he's in plate protection mode since he has 2 strikes. So now you have more of a standard stance there now. That's a good catch by you.
Like his very first stance was so exaggerated.
All right, the second. All right.
Was so exaggerated backwards that it looked like he had an arch to his back.
But it also, I think it's a timing thing too.
I learned some things from you.
Yeah.
You just seemed like really, really, like my back hurt looking at the way he was standing the first time.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, definitely. See the timing? It looks like he's not ready to hit, but then he kind of steps into position. Bell hit the 2-run homer before.
So is San Diego just a team of awkward stances?
No, that's just how Manny. That's just Manny being Manny. And now he's going to step right into position right here because it's a timing thing, right?
They definitely had the perfect weather for a baseball game tonight. Must feel great up there.
You said what?
The weather today, they got the perfect weather
for
a baseball game tonight.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, we've had a lot of bad weather days lately, but I don't know.
Or an October game. It's a great night.
Yeah. All right. So Scherzer found a way to not give up a home run in the top of the third. So now we go bottom third. You know, the Mets have been on the base paths all night long. But, you know, I don't know. Will we actually see a runner cross the plate? Because that actually is the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Getting them on base not good enough. You must score. You must score them. I don't know. I want to let you guys know I did upgrade to the iPhone. What is this? Oh, iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's what it's called.
I hold up the box. This thing that I got. What did I get again?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, because so many fucking names and shit. 14 Pro Max. And I got it for like this, some of the new safety features. And also the always on display, really useful. So, I got it in the gold color. I had the other one in this nice serene blue color.
Actually, from the camera view, it just looks like, I think they only see like an ivory type color.
Yeah. Like it reminds me of the Starlight that, you got last year.
Yeah.
Right. But it's actually supposed to be gold. You can see by the border.
See more of the golds.
Yeah. You can see how gold it is there, and like on the camera housings, you can see. But it's definitely not like the same gold that I had when I had the 11 Pro Max. The little notch, a lot of the a lot of the apps that are out there, they don't really have any. They have not updated uh, their apps to kind of take into account the little punch hole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the apps, stuff is missing on the screen. But by and large, I think that it's a decent upgrade to the 13. I think that, if you don't go driving by yourself, like long distances, you probably don't need the update. I'm going to pop up from Nemo. But I enjoy. It's definitely a smoother. Interacting with the phone is definitely smoother now than it was when I was using the 13 Pro Max. Most people are probably not going to notice the change. I have not really dived into all the settings, but the one setting for me that has proven to be the most useful is the always on display. It's very, very useful for me for a variety of reasons. So anyway, we're here in the bottom of the third. Nemo popped up. So there's one out, nobody on.
Look on this guy's face. I'm concentrating. Go away, cameraman.
Lindor right to first. He hit it hard, but right to first.
Actually confused the shit out of me. I thought that was the ball. I was like, why is he bending down there? And it's,
Oh. Yeah, Alonso looked at strike 3 down the middle. And Vogelbach almost hit that out. Yeah, that's a swing that Eduardo Escobar wants back. But the Mets have had, they left 2 runners on third base so far in this game. And that's the difference. Juan Renteria, he always shows love. He always comes through and shows love. So definitely much love to you. Wow, McNeil hit the ball the other way, but they only had Darvish throw 5 pitches.
We're just here watching the Mets lose.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing.
But still showing support.
Yep.
Hey, sports team.
So we went to a Mets themed stand-up comedy show, and she won't let it go.
No.
That the main act basically looked at her and say, "Yeah, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you?" Like he just looked at her and said, "Yeah."
He literally said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, and I'm fucked.
Yep. And then every single time he brought up a different player or something that had to do with the team, he was like, "Oh, and by the way, this is what that means." I'm like, damn, son. So I don't know how you did Tampa Bay Lightning and New York Yankees. Like, I don't even understand how that works. How does that even work? All right. All right.
Harvard already had a commercial.
Because the Mets were out of the inning in 5 pitches.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Pop up from Nemo, a ground out to first from Lindor, and then an opposite field job from McNeil, which, I don't really want to see him hitting the ball in the air too much. But yeah, he hit it in the air, and Darvish threw 5 pitches and out of the inning like that.
Man. Wasted no time.
Yep. Mets are going to be like, yeah, 101, win 101 games, and then watch the rest of the postseason after losing 2. Because that's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But, this is the team, right? You can only root for the team that's on the field. That's not a strike, but if Scherzer gets a call, we'll take it. Yeah, they're going to show that replay. You know the guy owns you, so you throw a 3-1 fastball down the middle. I just don't understand that. And now he's throwing inside, and he's throwing inside low fastballs to a left-handed power hitter. I don't understand it. I think that was a cutter inside. Look at him falling. Look, he's off balance.
Mm-hmm.
And there was never a doubt. Low. Two and two. So basically, Scherzer's going to throw as many pitches to Bell at least than the Mets face in the top of in the bottom of the previous inning combined. All three batters.
Mm.
He skied that one. Good question. I don't really think so. I know that where we live, these are like the best windows we've ever experienced in our life.
It really depends on the
built.
age of the building.
Yeah, for the new buildings and noisy areas where the people are paying lots and lots of money, like here.
Your typical apartment, though, yes, you're going to be.
No, but he's talking about New York condos, like New York City, Manhattan.
But it depends on how old the building is. You can have New York condos that are old. Everything's fucking expensive here, but you can pay a lot of money and still be able to hear your neighbor upstairs.
No, he's talking about the windows. Noise issues. He said noise. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
But yeah,
I'm thinking the windows.
More likely than not, you're probably going to hear the person upstairs.
In most places. Yeah. In most places. Yeah.
But if the building has really great windows, which this is the first apartment where we have really great windows, you won't hear much outside.
Yeah.
Depends on the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you said noise, the first thing I thought was windows. Let me tell you, the area of the city we live in, it is loud.
You're right into the highway.
But even on the other side of the highway, it is like a major thoroughfare where when they come off the highway and, the horns blaring, we also live by a major concert venue too.
Yeah.
And you don't hear shit.
Which I would say is not the norm for New York apartments. They're making it more of the norm now with the newer buildings. But most of the buildings in New York are old, so
yep.
Expect there to be noise issues.
That's a strike. All right. 0-2, 2 outs to Will Myers. Obviously, you got to get Myers here because, he'll give up a home run to the guy batting 190 something. You know how many times I've gone to Citi Field this year and then a terrible hitter comes up and I stop paying attention and then I hear the pop of the ball off the bat and it's like, why is that ball going over the wall? That guy can't hit. And it's a New York Mets pitcher giving it up.
Yeah.
I guess you can pay to get windows soundproof, but it's expensive. Having some issues here. Yeah.
I will say that.
But you own it, right? So you can get. The thing is, you have the power to change the windows.
I know, but he's talking. I think his issue is finance. I would say that it is.
Finance?
No, because he said I'm having.
Expensive. Yes.
I don't know how much they cost, but I will say
windows do cost money.
That the experience is, I would say it's worth the money if you're able to set it aside.
Yeah. Because we know that he's a master of saving money. So spend some of that money. Spend some of that money. Because let me tell you something, Bruce. And this is something that I was talking to her.
For quality of life, it's worth it.
Now, before we moved here, she's the budget lady, right? And before we moved here, she was like, is it going to be too expensive? Is it going to be too expensive? And I let her know that a lot of the issues that we would have in the old neighborhood where we paid marginally less rent, we would make the money back from the higher quality of life. So I believe, that's not that much money. $7K is not that much money.
$7K a pop or $7K altogether?
So if it's $7,000 all around, great.
Do it.
If it's $7,000 for each window, that's going to be a little bit more difficult to stomach.
At least start with the bedroom.
Right.
If it's $7K or whatever the amount, just start with the room that you're in.
The most,
which is probably your bedroom.
Especially if you do work from home. Really, really important. But I can tell you that it is super important, super duper important to make sure that you're in an environment where you can get a good night's sleep, because that's how you make your money. So yes, it would cost you a good amount of money. It's not nothing. It's just not prohibitive for the reasoning, for the
there's a huge
utility
difference, which is why 7 is high. 7's a lot. $7,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
We're not saying that it's not, but what you get in exchange, I would say, is worth the $7,000.
And it would enable you to make more money.
Yeah.
Overall. So, sorry.
During the lockdown, when we were in Brooklyn, our windows fucking sucked. So we heard everything outside.
Oh yeah.
And
the protests came down our block too.
Oh, it was so hard to sleep. And then everyone was fucking throwing off fireworks until 3, 4 a.m. So there was no sleeping during the summer. Even when it wasn't during the 4th of July months, there was no sleeping. I wish we had soundproof windows then. That was horrible.
Thank you for that second like on Facebook. If you guys haven't done so already, please hit the like button for us on YouTube. Again, we're trying to grow this community here. Thank you to Bruce for coming through. Juan Ventoria, David Banner. We had Derpy Gaming. He was here too for a while. So, thank you very much for that. Revile was here for a little bit.
Yes, he's
with Lutch on Lutch's live stream right now. So. Yeah, he was getting them to try to chase that low outside slider, and Pete didn't chase. Pete didn't chase. Woo! Embarrassing, Pete. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing, Pete. Pete lost the bat on the swing.
More like a point.
Woo! And the thing is, and here's the thing about the New York Mets of 2022, okay? They had a couple of guys put up some numbers that were gargantuan. But one of the things, if you've been watching the New York Mets this year, you will know that in many clutch situations, the team stars they shrink. They fall back. You get some of the role players that hit in the clutch. But our stars in the clutch, nope. Nope. Wow, 8 straight Mets retired. And the 3 that were retired in the previous inning, they went down in 5 pitches. 5.
So we're about to have another commercial in 2 minutes.
Probably the next 40 seconds. He's got 6 pitches. That's cool. But the Padres knew what they were doing when they were throwing Yu Darvish out there against the Mets. They know that he owns the Mets. You know, when you throw a 3-1 fastball down the middle to Josh Bell, why are you doing that? I just can't get over it. I can't get over it. This is the first time I've ever seen a baseball player wearing Asics shoes.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Mm. And Scherzer has to take responsibility for his lack of clutch pitching in this game and in the final game that he pitched against the Atlanta Braves when the division was on the line. Now, remember, folks, the Mets are not supposed to be playing in these games. They're supposed to be watching these games, getting prepared for the real postseason. That's what they're supposed to be doing. But they couldn't win one game against the fucking Cubs at home. They couldn't win one game with the division on the line in the last week of the season against the Atlanta Braves. They couldn't win one game. And now, here we are. One and two to Starling Marte. And he hits it the other way. He's going to race, and he's out. And the side is retired. Yep. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the offense that I'm normally used to seeing, people. This is the offense I'm used to seeing. Well, halfway through and are getting close to halfway through. I just, I'm always looking for the Mets to prove me wrong.
Do you have much hope in that?
I mean, no. But, regardless of what I think is going to happen, I still support my team.
Yeah.
I don't think that you assumed that I was just going to be a successful dude, but you stuck around.
Yeah.
Well, we're loyal people. Just what it is.
más.
Let me see the thumbnail.
I was trying to grab a photo of you doing this now, which is why I asked you to smile.
Yeah, not really something to smile
You're
about.
like, and I was like, no, I'm not using that. So,
I mean, this face is more apropos.
Yes, people
for what I'm watching.
Click on that photo.
I'm frustrated. What do you want? I mean, how many fake smiles have you seen me put out in the last 16 and a half years?
I just needed a yay Met smile or a yay whatever.
That was
whatever you wanted.
That was the yay Met smile.
Yay boobs. That smile. I don't give a shit. I just needed a smile.
Strike one to Kim. So we have 7, 8, and 9. After the first 2 innings, Scherzer has started to keep the runners off the base paths. Well, then again, he hasn't really had a lot of base runners. He has not pitched with, he has not had many pitches with runners on base because he's just giving up the home runs. Like they're getting on base, they're touching home plate, they're getting off the bases, and that's it. Wow, that was a lucky shot. Holy crap. That was off the plate. I know that was off the plate. That was not a strike. Look, that is not a strike. Look at him reach.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a strike. He just went, he chased it, flicked the bat out there. One on, nobody out. For the dude that took him out of the ballpark, the dude that can't hit, Grisham. Grisham can't hit, but I don't know, man. I don't know. And that was a fucking awkward ass swing too.
It just seemed like a very awkward team.
Yeah.
All of them have something really awkward about them. Awkward stance, awkward swing, awkward reach, but it all works.
Yeah, he looked like he was.
It all works.
It looked like he was tricked. It looked like he was tricked on that.
Hmm. So that's what the Mets need. The most awkward stance, the one that's probably going to hurt your back and your knees. But you'll hit the ball.
I don't know. They've had 2 runners on third base, and neither one of them scored. So, and one of those runners got on to third base with less than 2 out. Actually, I think they both did, and they were not able to get those. Yeah. So, again, like you can't say the Mets got fucked. The Mets fucked themselves.
Mm.
It's like what Vince McMahon said to Bret Hart. I didn't screw Bret.
Oh.
Bret screwed Bret.
The first quote that I think of when you say Vince is "you're fired," but in a very Vince.
Yeah, but
manner.
we're talking about the Montreal screw job.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this does trick me because when I look at it, I think the phone's about to ring.
Yeah, or like you just got a text message.
Yeah.
No, won't do that.
He's not going to get there. Foul. That's a foul ball. That did not look like a fair ball. I want to see the replay. Oh, that's a fair ball. Now Scherzer's got some bad luck. Now this is some bad luck here. Second and third, I believe there's still nobody out here. Yep. Oh, we got one out. One out. Top of the batting order now. And he gives up another home run. Max Scherzer gives up 6 runs. Oh my God. $43 million this year. $43 million. $43 million this year. That's what that pays for. This is what $43 million gets you, folks. Now, the only question is, can San Diego hit for the home run cycle? They've hit a solo. First, they hit a 2-run shot. Then they hit a solo shot. Now they hit a 3-run job. Let's see if they can load the bases to get their grand slam. Because that's all I want to see at this point. I want to see the Padres go up 10-0 on a grand slam. We need to see the home run cycle for the Padres. That's what we need. Because this game is over. Absolutely insane, y'all. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Juan Soto's got to be embarrassed. He's got to be like, yo.
Should have been easy.
Yo, the guys on my team that can't hit are blazing this guy. And I'm 0 for 3 against a guy who's given up 3 home runs. So he's not going to give up the home run cycle. Maybe one of the other Mets pitchers will load the bases today. And he gives up his 4th home run of the game. Woo! $43 million. This is what that pays for, folks. $43 million.
Look at the way he's walking. And quickly.
Now he's trying to get the pitcher to get a little bit more time. Good job, Max. This is what we signed you here for. Yeah, Max. You deserve to be booed off the field. So the way I see it,
just turn into a home run derby.
Yep, a one-team home run derby.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'm just like, yo, I just hope the Mets go down in 5 pitches and so we can just be done. You guys know I ain't no quitter, but I don't want to be sitting here all night watching them give up home runs.
Like, you're devoted, but you don't need to be
tortured. Yeah. Like, this is $43 million. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. Temperature's going from 77 to 50.
Yep.
Trying to plan out what time to run tomorrow.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Woo!
Ready for the next step in the home run derby?
No, I think we're done with that part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Our bullpen has been very good in September. Yeah. Yep, we're at garbage time, folks. We're in garbage time.
Real meh. Mm.
Not even meh. It's 7-0. Yep. All right, let's see if the Mets are going to score a run or if they are going to just stay getting shut out. Because you can also make the claim that it would not have mattered if Scherzer gave up 12 home runs, if the Mets aren't going to score anything at all. So.
Mm-hmm.
So yep, this is what it is.
Oh. Dogs are hilarious when you have like a big old stick or a branch. Like the way they walk is with such pride.
Yep. And I don't understand it.
It's so funny.
Whew. I'm just scrolling through Twitter, folks, until this torture ends. Look at them.
They're going to torture him some more by playing the montage so you could hear the sound.
Yep. Rocketing. It's like rockets.
You're like, listen to this. Why?
Yeah, this is a team that doesn't hit home runs, and all they're doing is hitting home runs. Yep, not a great not a great situation right now, folks.
Where's our usual mix broadcasters? How come we're listening to?
That's because it's the playoffs. These aren't Padres. This is ESPN.
Oh. It's not the same.
It's not, and everybody really hates. It's
I think we're really talking about that now.
Yeah, you know.
So the other guys, you only hear them if the broadcast is off of SNY?
Yeah, because they're SNY broadcasters. And Escobar breaks it. Thank you. We're not going to get shut out.
Poor guy all
Thank you.
Oh, he dropped it.
You got to boo that man.
No, he was by accident.
Boo that man.
No, he was so sad. Give him the baseball.
Boo that man.
It's like, oh no.
Boo that man.
Give it to him.
Yo, and shout out to Eduardo Escobar. He was terrible for 4 months. Then he gets injured, and then he comes back and starts playing like an MVP candidate.
Oh, no, it like just went into his chest.
Yep. Boo that man.
Give him the baseball.
Boo that man.
It's an old ass dude. I mean, you know.
Boo.
He was like 30, boo him.
Boo. Boo that man.
Mercy on Grandpa.
That wasn't his bread basket. This guy looking like a K-pop star with the hair.
Looks like a cartoon character.
Like the skunk, the Pepe Le Pew.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a turtle move that fast.
Kind of crazy.
Down the line for Nimmo and into the corner. 2 outs. So that's a double. He's going to third against Soto's arm. And he's saved. Triple for Nimmo. Soto almost threw him out at third, too. Now imagine if Lindor would have taken that same chance against Soto to score. This game would look a lot different. How hard does this ball bounce back to Soto? Oh, it bounced away from him, too. Look at this throw. Yeah, he's safe. He's safe. He's very safe. This is the top of the batting order now. Linus Tech Tips, yeah, he has a pretty entertaining Twitter account. So he's comparing things size-wise to the new top-of-the-line graphics cards, the RTX 4090s. They put it next to a fire extinguisher, and it was still bigger than a fire extinguisher.
Wow.
Look.
That's nuts. Holy shit.
Now, to be fair, that's probably one of those fire extinguishers that you put like in the footwell of like a Porsche 911 or something. But yeah. Lindor at the plate, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Another runner on third. This is the third time. This is the third inning the Mets had a runner on third, but this is the first one with runner with 2 outs. They had the first 2 times had a runner on third. He was there with less than 2 outs. Now we got a runner on third with 2 outs. And I gotta say, Lindor has not looked good at the plate in high leverage situations. Sure, 26 home runs. 107 RBIs, 5 triples, 20-something doubles, 16 stolen bases. He even has a stolen base in this game. But when it comes to the high leverage situation, he's popping out to Manny Machado. So the third time the Mets have stranded a runner at third base in this game alone. Imagine you bring those 3 guys in, it's 7-4, and you still feel like you're in it. Even though, Max, I don't know what he's doing with our money, but it's, $43.5 million of it. I mean, god damn.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine getting paid $43.5 million to do that kind of job in a high level situation?
I really can't. Just give me a percentage or something.
Yeah. Yo, New York Mets. I know. This sounds crazy. But I can give up 4 home runs in a playoff game for a lot less than $43.5 million.
I can most definitely do that. Fuck yeah. You need someone to fuck that shit up for $43.5 million?
I'll do it for 1% of that.
There you go. Like on a scale of fucked up to who the fuck picked her? Where do you want it? I can do it all.
I mean, the only way that the Padres can perform any better is if they just have the cage out on the field in batting practice. 100% of their runs have been scored on the home run. You're like, yo, we don't even need to practice base running because we're going to be on and off anyway. Wow, this is funny. Babysitter needed ASAP. I need someone to watch my 4 kids, ages 2, 3, 5, and 7, from noon to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, occasional weekends. Must be a great cook and avid cleaner, over 25 years old, minimum education, master's degree, no social media accounts, no drinking, smoking, not even vaping, no tattoos or piercings, need 5 professional references, background check and drug test will be conducted. This job pays $200 a week. Must have own transportation to get to and from while also running all my errands.
Sure.
$200 a week.
Mm-hmm.
Master's degree.
Mm-hmm.
And your own vehicle.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure she got like a lot of interested master's degrees holders.
Yep.
Somebody said same vibes as looking for cashier, age 18 to 20, minimum 15 years of work experience. I want to thank everybody that's kind of slid in out of here on Facebook and left a like. I really appreciate it. There's not a lot to like about this game unless you're a San Diego Padres fan. Then you like everything about this game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, not a whole lot of fun being had right now.
Yep.
1 out here in the top 6th inning, and I've already kind of checked out mentally. No, the game didn't get away from the Mets quickly. Nope, that's not what happened. He gave up a home run in the first, a home run in the second.
That looks sad.
Wait, did he give up? Yeah, he gave up. Yeah, and then 2 home runs in the 5th. I was like, he gave up 3 home runs in the 5th. Nope, he gave up 2 home runs in the 5th. I'm wondering if the Padres are going to be like, we're going to pack the bats in. We already won this game. Good job by Trevor May, though. Got to give him a lot of credit. Trevor May was not looking good before he went on the injured list earlier this year. And, he's come back off the injured list throwing really well. I mean, he has a very high ERA because of how poorly he performed before he went on the injured list. But, since then, he has performed very well. And as I say that, he goes 3-0 to the number 7 hitter. So it looks like yeah. So 2-out walk to Kim. 1 on, 2 out here in the top of the 6th. 7-1 Padres.
What are their little mittens?
So when they go to run the bases, they don't run the risk of breaking their fingers. If they dive, head first. Yeah. You also don't want to have your hand get caught underneath you if you slide feet first. You also don't want to get your hand spiked.
Right.
If your hand reaches the bag and the fielder steps on your hand. So, there's been issues with that over the years. He's out. Yeah, he's out.
Right.
Cassie Parker hates me. Cassie Parker doesn't know me, but she hates me. Go Braves! Well,
they're winning.
I mean, think of it like this, right? You guys wanted to win the division, and you did. The Mets did not want to win the division, and they didn't. Because if the Mets wanted to win the division, they would have. They didn't want to. And their next game is going to be an elimination game. And it's their own fucking fault. I mean, you guys saw this version of Scherzer just a week ago. And I've been saying since they won 0 games in Atlanta, I've been saying it. By this time next week, which is Monday's coming up, the Mets will be eliminated. And they're playing exactly the way I figured they would.
I'm sorry for cooking. My jokes.
See, it wasn't progressive.
Oh, God, that's me.
So you've become your...
Fuck. I hate how much these progressive commercials, I'm like, ooh, that's, oh, yeah. Ooh.
This is a manga.
Already. Yep.
Yeah, this world has gone and...
But I will say, in my defense of that progressive commercial where the guy is trying to make the line straight, if you see that there's a fucking queue, just stand behind the person. You're like, I'm going to stand here, and then 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 5 people don't know where the fuck the line ends. And that's how fights start. You learned when you were a child how to stand in a straight line. Stand in a fucking straight line. So, whatever, progressive.
I really don't want to see McNeil hitting the ball in the air. I just don't want to see that. I want to see line drives in the gap. You know, I asked for Braves fans to come in and troll us. I asked for it.
And the way they're trolling is by not trolling.
Yeah, I know, right? They're just like, yo.
We're already suffering. We don't need to rub it in.
Yeah, 2 words and I'm out. Peace. And it's just that they left a runner on third base in 3 innings in this game. Padres are like, we're not even putting them on third base. We don't need to get to third base. Somebody's going to hit it over the wall. I mean, we haven't hit a home run since like April, but and there's a pop-up. There goes McNeil. So that's Pete's music. Yep. One out, nobody on. Pete Alonso at the plate, down 7-1. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if Pete hit a home run here because the game is already over. The at bat doesn't mean anything. So I would not be surprised if he hit a home run here.
Do you plan on watching tomorrow's game?
I mean, you know, I don't know actually what you have planned tomorrow.
No, I'm just looking at the schedule and
it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I don't have plans besides.
But it might just be Friday, Saturday.
Homework and running.
Yeah, it might just be Friday, Saturday though, because I'm not anticipating the.
You're not anticipating the Mets winning.
No, I'm not anticipating them needing a Sunday game. I mean, it's possible. It's possible that there's a Sunday game that's necessary.
I could see that. I could see them winning tomorrow and giving you guys just a smidge of hope.
Maybe, but I mean,
take it all the way on.
But here's the thing, right? I think that if the Mets lose tonight, they're going to pitch DeGrom, and then DeGrom is going to give up a bunch of home runs too. But DeGrom has been throwing home runs since he's come back from the injured list, and I mean, it's just like the 2 true outcomes: home run or strikeout with DeGrom. There's not much in between. Nice breaking ball from Darvish. I almost said Dariush. I had the Neil Dariush on the brain. Oh, that's out of here. Oh, wow. That sucks. The way he hit that ball, if he would have hit it in the air, that's out of here. But he hit that on a line right in the Soto's glove. He crushed that ball. But you know what happens when the Mets crush the ball. It goes into a glove on the field. Marte up with 1 on and 2 out. Pete did get a single. He had a bloop single into bloop, kind of like a liner, humpback liner, opposite field. So he's on first. Marte is up with the runner on first and 2 out in the 6th. Woo! Almost hit him. Yeah, normally Marte would bat second in this order, and they got him in the 6th hole. But I don't really know if the batting order would really make a difference when all we've gotten score-wise is 1 home run off of Eduardo Escobar's bat. So. Yeah, it's what it is. SNY, the SNY Twitter account.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Yep. Mike Puma of the New York Post says the homers allowed by Scherzer are a problem, but not getting in the runner from third base 2 straight innings is maybe a worse omen for the Mets. And that's the thing, Scherzer could have just given up the first home run, and the Mets could have lost 2-1. Because not being able to get the runner in from third base is a fucking problem. Now, giving up a solo 2 and 3 shot, well, he gave up 2 solo home runs. Giving up 7 runs on 4 home runs, yeah, not too many teams are going to,
Mets fans are going home. They're like, fuck this shit, it's too cold.
No, they go up and down. They're probably going to go get some food. Sometimes you look and you think that they're leaving the game, and then they come back. Mm-hmm. You don't really leave. You don't really see people leaving playoff games. Oh, Marte with the grab. Nice play, Marte. This is from Anthony DiComo, who covers the New York Mets. Max Scherzer has allowed 7 earned runs and is getting booed at Citi Field. It's the most earned runs he's ever allowed in any of his 27 career playoff appearances. Scherzer's final line, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 7 earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, 4 home runs on 80 pitches.
Good job. Now is a great time.
Every base runner allow came in the score.
Mr. Met looking creepy.
As always. Acceptably creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Look how miserable this guy's face is. So players on, teammates on the Golden State Warriors got into a scuffle. Anonymous Warriors video coordinator paid $2.6 million by TMZ to release footage of Draymond Green knocking out Jordan Poole. And apparently he was KO'd by that. Wow. Yeah, that's not great.
That's the videos out on.
Yep. Yep.
And he has that footage in the video.
Yeah. But TMZ paid over $2 million for it.
Well, it is painful.
2 out, 1 on after the walk by Lugo issued to Jurickson Profar.
Yep. And every time they turn the camera to the fans, they all look like they were in pain. They all have to look at their face. Put me out of my misery.
Yep. And you know what? You're right, Jesus Manuel Martinez Portes. You're right, no matter what you were talking about. If you were talking about watching this game or you're talking about what happened to Jordan Poole,
both are painful.
You're absolutely correct.
This game is more painful for us. Yes.
Soil psychologists break down how when somebody compliments a black child, the parent naturally combats it with negativity, which was learned during slavery to make the child less likely to seem prized to master. That's an interesting. But yeah, we're in pain here. I mean, I'm in pain. She's just here to support me.
I mean, I'm also in pain.
But different kind of pain. Quad, pain. Calf.
Calf mostly. But also the pain of I'd love to just go to sleep. But I am going to be the good wife. And sit here in misery with you. Because I love you that much. I also have cookies, so that helps,
I did. I did. I mean, I watched Scherzer pitch against the Braves a week ago. I saw that shit. Yep. Yeah, I've been, like I said, I've been watching. I've been watching this team. What was that lump on the side of his jaw?
Mm-hmm. Weird. What were you saying you predicted?
I did not. I did not think that Scherzer was going to pitch well because he's still having the problem with the oblique. Well, the people on Twitter said that he's had that on his face for a long time.
Mm.
So
Maybe they usually shoot him at an angle where you can't really see it.
yeah, usually, yeah.
How are they doing the stretch right now? Or they do the stretch after the bottom? I always forget.
Yeah, in the middle of the seventh. It is the seventh inning stretch. So, but I really do.
Have a good night.
Thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate it. It's not joyful in Metville right now, but still.
We'll come back for the next stream.
This is crazy.
Oh, lava. Yeah.
Now look at the beginning. He's to kind of yank that. Oh man. Do you know the pain he'd be in if he just kind of misjudged? You see how he's trying to yank that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to pitch to Grom tomorrow. They're going to pitch to Grom tomorrow. Oh, check swing down. Oh, foul. Now, again, Darvish owns the Mets. He has 6 pitches that are major league quality. You're going to have a problem hitting that. um, you're going to have problems.
All the hits so far seem accidental.
I think he's just trying to protect. He's just trying to protect. He's trying to stay in the at bat. So when a hitter gets 2 strikes, especially professional hitters, what I mean by professional hitters are guys that are bat to ball. We want to make contact with the ball. They're not looking to drive it anywhere. They're just looking to get on base with the bat.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to their approach at the plate is going to change. So you saw the Soto at bat, and you notice how he has that his front leg is twisted in, right, with less than 2 strikes, but with 2 strikes, he changes even his physical approach at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
So what hitters want to do with 2 strikes, they're not looking for their pitch to hit it where they want to hit it. They just want to cover the plate to stay in the at bat, and hopefully they hit it somewhere on the field where there's no fielder.
Mm-hmm.
So that's his job. See, his job is to stay in the at bat, right? Now, if you give Darvish this kind of stress, remember they had a 5-pitch inning that they let Darvish off the hook, right? This is why you want to force the pitcher to throw a lot of pitches because it makes them tired, but it also frustrates them psychologically. This is one of those frustration at bats. I think this is going to be the 10th pitch of the at bat, or is this going to be the 11th? This is going to be this is going to be the 11th pitch of this at bat right here. Popped up. Foul. So we'll see a 12th pitch. But the thing is, he doesn't have the advantage here, right? So anything near the plate, even if it's just off the plate, he has to swing. Mm-hmm. Now that the check swing foul ball, that was a ball. He would have gotten on base if not for the check swing because it was high and inside, right? But the ball just kept running in, and then the ball went to the bat.
Yeah.
And that's a pop-up. Hey, yo. You look at him like, what? Hey, yo. He put his back into him. Cora went to the game with a Boston Celtics hat. Mm-hmm. He's a coach on the Boston Red Sox, but he's got a family member on the New York Mets. The Joey Cora, I think he's the 3rd base coach, if I'm not mistaken. Look at these tweets, right? Disaster of an outing for Max. If Max Scherzer wasn't going to perform in a big game, nothing else really matters. Didn't expect Mad Max to completely crumble. Max is locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg Giannotti from WFAN, which is a sports radio station here in New York. This is his tweet. Maybe someone will give me $43 million to shit my pants too. And the thing is, you can't get mad at people for recognizing what we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to hear, oh, you don't have faith in the team. Oh, you got to believe. Oh, you're not a real fan. Motherfucker, I'm watching the game. I know what I'm watching. Scherzer hadn't given up more than 4 runs in a single start this season. Gives up 7 on 4 home runs. Oh! Yes, he didn't make the catch. Escobar with another extra base hit. We should call him Extra Bar. 2 extra base hits.
Sorry, guys.
I thought that it was possible. Wait, is the trainer coming out? No, I think that's I think they might have an interpreter there. Maybe he took a false step. Let's see this pitch. Oh, they're going to take him out of the game.
Maybe something that bugged him, but he thought it was okay. Like tried to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Padres bullpen is up right now.
Yeah.
And now they bring. Yeah, I think that was kind of, they just wanted to get the bullpen up and get the relief pitcher, and then they come out for to look at a possible injury, walk all the way back, all the while allowing time for the reliever to warm up.
Mm-hmm.
2 mound visits. I don't know about that. All right, he throws a strike to Guillorme. And Guillorme is a good contact hitter too. So I'm just glad that a double was hit with less than 2 outs, obviously, because you don't want the threat of the double play ground ball taking you out of the inning. Again, it is a 7-1 ball game, but you have to look at things. They're bringing them. What is going on right now? Oh, that was a replay. I'm like, wow. Wow. I did not expect that. That was a big ass curveball. Look at the big ass curveball. Whoop. 67-mile-an-hour curveball. Oh my God. That's nasty. Damn. That was a 67-mile-an-hour curveball. No, that's foul. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy how it's really crazy how Nimmo is normally known for working the count, and here in a playoff game, he's swinging at the first pitch in every at bat. That's crazy to me.
Desperate?
I don't know what it is, but the thing is, he's the leadoff hitter. What are you desperate for? From the very first pitch, well, remember.
You're 1-7. You're really far behind.
Yeah, but I just don't understand why he's always swinging at the first pitch. I just don't understand it. Rich McLeod on Twitter says, the Mets paid Max Scherzer a lot of money to choke 2 weekends in a row. Popped up with 2. So we don't get the runner in. Yep. They can't even hit the guy that's got some sort of leg injury, and they still can't hit him. So it is what it is. He never even allowed 3 home runs in a postseason start. He allowed 4 today. Crazy. I love Polyphia the band. I don't really love their merch.
Mm.
You know, I'm watching this video again of Draymond Green assaulting his teammate here. I did not know that he knocked Jordan Poole out.
Yeah.
I think you got to get rid of him. You know, because he's always had like this surly demeanor, this type of deal. You know,
like he makes physical contact with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got pushed away. You made physical contact with the dude.
Yeah, and that's a grown man too.
And look at his body language. He's like trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what they're saying.
Right. Yeah, but he's
not.
not.
You can see from his body language that he's trying to.
Yeah, he's not gonna back down. I think you got to get rid of Draymond Green. You know, Marte's gotten a lot of work out there in right field. And he seems to be able to throw the ball pretty well. Yeah, I mean, you have teammates to have problems with each other. That happens, but I think that Draymond Green definitely has to go. I mean, at least they're making it easy for me because I haven't had to change the numbers very much.
Yep.
No.
Minimal updating.
Minimal updating. Somebody put this together. Across his last 2 outings, he's given up 11 earned runs, including 6 home runs across 10 and 1/3 innings. which gives him an ERA of almost 10 or around 10. One of the things that I'm really looking forward to is hearing what Max Scherzer's comments are going to be after tonight's game ends. You know, yeah. Not as bad as Max Scherzer's pitching tonight.
Nope.
So that's McNeil coming to the plate. I'd like to thank Nurse Laurel for subscribing to us on YouTube. Thank you so very, very much. It's I don't know. This is, it's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. It sucks. 5 outs left and down by 6 runs. And he's going to, it dropped right in the glove. Wow, I thought that was going to dunk in. Wow, he caught that ball with his eyes somewhere else. Yeah, that hurt his eyes. Whoa.
Oh, the spotlight?
Yeah.
Mm.
The angle of the ball coming in. But of course, if that's a Mets fielder in that situation, that ball goes by him and all the way to the wall.
Yep.
This guy loses the ball, and the ball finds the glove. Like, no, I got you. I'm going right in the glove. Don't worry about it. You're going to make it to the next round of the playoffs. Don't worry about it. And that is the Mets offense is now being booed. I mean, it didn't cost. It's not even costing It's not costing the pod. Like the Mets are trying to do everything that they can to properly prepare the Padres to have a chance against their opponents, which are going to be the Dodgers in the next round. We're going to make sure that we're not going to work any counts. We're not going to work the count. We're going to try to make the outs as quickly as possible so that we can save your bullpen for your next opponent, because we're done. We're done playing baseball this year. And you know me, like I'm thinking about this. Like I'm like, do I really want to spend over $8,000 on tickets for next year? Do I really want to do that?
Yeah.
Because we can use that money for other things.
You can. Okay.
I think we're going to silence this guy. This guy doesn't allow people to respond to his tweets. So I'm just going to mute him. Like, you want to be able to put shit out there but not have anybody respond to you? Yeah. That's cowardly. So, Andy Martino, you might as well just get the fuck off Twitter. That's really what you should do. Just get off Twitter. It's not for you. Yeah, one of the home runs he gave up is a home run in only 5 out of 30 ballparks. So, yeah. This is so stupid. This guy changed his name on Twitter too. The Mets may never win again. That is so funny. All because they couldn't beat the fucking Cubs at home. One game. Because, again, they're not even supposed to be playing in this game. That's the thing. These Mets.
Oh, boy.
The Padres have just announced Jake DeGrom as the Mets Game 2 starter. That's funny. That's a funny-ass tweet. And it's sad because we probably would have more people in the live stream if the game, basically we're just playing out the string in garbage time.
Yeah.
Down the line, so that's a double. You're just looking at the Mets, the replies. Just looking at the replies are just fucking hilarious.
Someone put a paper bag over their head.
Yep. They are playing like a team that lost 100 games this year. He drops the ball. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Just watching the second comedy show.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, Lindor.
Torture's almost over.
Yep.
It's almost over.
Unless they start batting around on Givens. Maybe. So if Max Scherzer did not start this game, the Mets would be nursing a 1-0 lead. Oh, I did not know this, but this comes from Fox Sports. Max Scherzer is the first New York Mets pitcher to allow 4 home runs in a postseason game. I mean, that's what $43.5 million pays for.
These are not the type of first-time records we want.
Yeesh. I mean, these Mets are, this is historic. Making history. Former New York Met Paul Lo Duca on Twitter says, I don't care who is on the mound. How much more do you need to see that Scherzer obviously has nothing? Just left him out there to just keep. Remember who's commenting on this? Mm-hmm. This comes from the Twitter account. Baseball images that precede unfortunate events. And of course, Their avatar?
Yep.
They should have locked them in a basement. And everybody wanted to proclaim, "Oh my God, the Mets are back." They beat a shitty Nationals team who was already, booking their trips out of the country to go on a long vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're going to need 2 more outs. Yeah, swing early and often, man. Just swing, pop it up, ground it out, get out of here. Because you don't want to. It's like they don't really want.
Yeah, I got more than I expected. I thought it was just going to be one that was like, it's just going to stay at 10.
You did, that one too. Oh!
I don't think she's seen it yet. Otherwise, she would have ran out here showing us.
Oh, you mean taps.
Oh, Derpy Gaming, I love your
your
icon. Dexter with a lightsaber and he's bloody. I love it. I fucking love it, dude. It's awesome. Or do that. So awesome.
Marte is still not willing to give any at bats away.
Love it. I think Dexter is one of the shows that they have either, I think, on HBO. It's on HBO Max.
And he'll beat it out. Yeah. Forget their closer throws 100 miles an hour. I forgot. Oh, man. That guy, I think he also has a breaking pitch that's in the triple digits, too, if I'm not mistaken. And I was thinking to myself this whole time, the Mets need to get the lead so that guy doesn't factor in. And
nice.
You know what? He should have never tried to field the ball because that would have went right to the shortstop. Look. No, went up the middle. Yeah. It's Dexter with a lightsaber and vein mask. Used to be called Darth Derpy. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I'm with it.
I like that name too. That's awesome. No, I was saying on HBO Max and actually on Hulu, I saw that they have a bunch of the old Cartoon Network shows.
Yeah, because
I don't know if they have Dexter though.
Well, I mean, that would be Boomerang. They have the Boomerang stuff.
Maybe. I have to check that because I was watching, we got Hulu semi-recently, and I was watching Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I was binging that out. Actually, it's when I got the Rona. I was binging out Foster's Home.
And it gets past them. We get in the scoring position.
And then right as I'm getting into it, like getting into Foster's Home, they pull it off of Hulu. And I was like, motherfuckers.
This is the nastiest tweet concerning this game that I've seen.
Go.
Sean O'Connor I guess he's verified because he's somebody.
Mm-hmm.
This is his tweet. Every generation of Mets fan gets their playoff game where it proves that God isn't real. Congratulations to the kids aged 8 to 14. Yeah. Oh my God, that's popped up.
Boy.
2 outs. Yeah. The Mets the Mets go down even quicker when there's a runner in scoring position. They're like, okay, we need to get out. We can't score runs, please. We must avoid scoring runs. We got a runner on second. We need to make an out. Like quick.
Probably joking. He's like, dude, you're not going home, right? I mean, you're going home, but you're not going home.
Fucking insane.
I just want them to put Foster's back. I was having so much fun watching it again. I want to watch some of the other classics too.
I know what's better game that you could be watching right now. A nationally ranked #1 and #2 high school football team. Oh man, that's funny.
Probably would be a little more entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, Mets.
Yeah, we're down to the last 2 strikes. But I mean, I want to see if Escobar does something. Like, it'd be cool if Escobar could hit like a triple here.
We got you, Derpy.
I don't know. No, because he doesn't have a chance to hit for the cycle. I mean, I believe that if you want to hit for the cycle, your first hit should be a triple. Your second hit should be a home run. I think actually Escobar did hit for the cycle this year. All right. Down to our final strike.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mets Avenue on Twitter says, I blame my father for making me a Mets fan. He's led me down this life of pain and misery. Yep. Yeah, he has a 2-seamer that's 100 miles an hour. That's crazy. Up and away. Actually, that's a score that's similar to this game, Derpy. We do need somebody named Derpy in our community.
We do. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, definitely. 101 mile per hour 2-seam fastball. The fuck?
This guy has a very smush nose, like the UFC fighter who just got his nose broken. The pitcher for the Padres. He's really smush, and then his nostrils naturally just flare out. So it reminds me of a fighter who has their nose broken, so it's smushed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh, there's my work phone. Okay.
Under a napkin.
I'm a derp. That's what I do best. And I guess that also applies to New York Mets as well. Ball 4 to Escobar.
See what I mean with his nose?
Oh, I wasn't looking. That was
his bridge is.
That was a strike.
Goes in.
And Josh Hader is getting warmed up. Oh, you're going to a playoff game at a stadium you've been to.
Oh, that's at the
Cleveland
one? Very nice. Enjoy yourself. I went there once. It was for a work event. I was happy to get free tickets. Shit, fucking happy to get free anything. So it's like, yes, I will go to a baseball game for two teams I know nothing about.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Nice.
She doesn't really know baseball. I'm hoping that I can kind of get her into the game by her learning the ins and outs of the game. You know, since she is a very cerebral person. I think that most people, once they learn the ins and outs of the game, they enjoy it a lot more. But she, regardless of whether like she's a sports fan or not, she loves going to the ballpark.
I do.
I mean, in August, a 19 ERA. God damn. That's crazy. Yeah, how much?
Now I'm afraid. Now that you've asked that question, now I'm afraid.
Yeah, we want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
So one of two extremes.
On sale for $200. Wow. And how much of that money is going to the players?
Mm-hmm.
Probably zero. Strike.
And I'm betting it'd be the same like high school football players, or I think also college players, or if they wanted to do a sponsorship or something that they weren't allowed.
But they this is like the first year that they have allowed it. Oh, they called that a swing. And Frank smiles because he's like, yeah.
No. All right. Something good is done with that money instead of just,
If it's not going to the players who are shortening their lives on the field, then it's not going to a good place. And we finally got. Well, yeah. So the New York Mets played exactly the way I expected that they would play. No offense. Tired pitcher because he's pitching like he's tired. That's how I view it. Scherzer has the oblique problem, but you gave a 40-year-old guy $43.5 million, and then he's going to make $43.5 million again next year, a year older. So,
wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. I just think that the Mets I think they're done. I think they're mentally done. Did you see Lindor at all? How about Pete Alonso? Oh, Pete Alonso did have a hit.
I don't remember.
And Lindor got hit by a pitch on the tip of his toe.
Oh, was that at the very beginning?
Yeah.
Because I joined a little late.
Right.
Yeah.
But Pete hit a single, I think in the 7th.
I don't remember anyone's name yet.
And that was it. That's it. That's all, folks.
Until next time.
Which is tomorrow. We watch the end of the Mets season tomorrow.
Bring snacks because you're going to need something.
Yeah.
To make yourself feel better as you're watching it.
Oh, unless you're rooting for the Padres or you just hate the Mets as a Yankee or
if you're
a Brave or a Phillies fan or something like that.
Come prepared with stress snacks.
Yeah. Well, that's my analysis. Scherzer sucked. Mets offense tried to make outs anytime they got anybody in the scoring position. They're like, yo, we need to get back in the dugout as quickly as possible. And that's your ball game.
Go sports team.
Yeah, all the sports teams that are going to continue to play after this round.
The Mets.
Not the Mets. But we're going to be here for the end. We're gonna be like the band. We're gonna be like the band at the end of when the Titanic is like sinking.
Should I dress all in black tomorrow to be in mourning?
I don't know.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, I don't know.
So instead of an MMA watch party, we get the sinking of the Mets.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Damn. I wish we had MMA tomorrow instead. That's next week.
Well, we up out of here. Thank you very much, everybody that came through and showed some kind of support. I really do appreciate you. Yeah, we are out of here. Have a good night.